Hey there, friend. How are you? Welcome to Soulline. This is Jamie. Nice to connect with you. This is the easiest setup for me right now. I know I'm not usually face forward, but hello. For some of you who probably haven't seen me or met me before this way, I know that might be a little different and surprise. But let's connect in, Pisces, and see what is going on. Sun, moon, and rising will be the most dominant. And let's get you some guidance and support for your journey. Alrighty. I hope you are doing great. I feel there's a bit of a relief in energy that is showing up at the moment. I feel like it seems like there's going to be a conversation that you show up in that you can articulate really well. I feel like you contain and hold a very strong energy and power in doing that, Pisces, whatever that is or whoever that is resonant for. But all right, let's get into it. Just remember, this is a general read, not all will resonate, but we do want to get you some guidance. Current energies we're sitting is the Four of Emotions. What do we need to know about this challenge? Okay. 10 of Emotions. So that's your challenge position. So that just means, that could be more so, there's like this little void, that is what it feels like, this little void. It's not a disconnect. It just feels like I'm kind of here. How do I get here? What did I drop? Drop something? No. There's something about the fulfillment, or something's missing, or trying to see the opportunity here that could be coming up right now around a situation. There's been a point in time where you recognize the happiness, or recognize, what's made you feel full and connected to things on a nice scale, right? I feel like there's just a bit of disappointment, or a bit of not necessarily dissatisfaction, but there feels like a bit of sadness, lost energy around something here. And then there's some surprising element. You do have the Tower energy. Interesting, that's come in reverse. As you guys know, I don't read reversals. I feel like there's something positive here about the energy, or about what's coming in, that's supporting or influencing this situation. Maybe there's parts of you going, could have something been different, Past impacting presently, you do have the Death energy. Headspace. The Hanged Muse, Knight of Inspiration, and then the Page of Inspiration. So inspiration is Wands energy. So this is just sitting in your headspace. So if the past, we do have Death energy, there's something here that has transformed, something here that's changed, something here that's developed into a new path, a new journey for you. Again, there's still some part here of what to do next, or what lights up this part of you. But I also feel too, what could potentially be on your mind here around this energy, or around this direction that you're going. It feels like something about, can you keep building on that momentum? There feels like a really good energy here, but I don't know if you're trusting it for some reason. It just feels like, no, I feel it. It feels like something's good, but can I trust it? But you do have also the Page of Inspiration here too. So I don't know if there's a younger energy around, or it's, getting to this place of, there seems a sense of freedom, but a sense of like exciting energy of possibility. But then there's still this other part of, I need to check it out a little bit more. I need to look at a little bit more into it. So I'm not sure where that assessment's coming in. And then near future, you've got Page of Voices as well. So that, again, is further assessment, further looking into things. Is something making sense here? I feel there's something not making sense. And your power in this situation, you do have the 10 of Voices. I'm going to pull the rest of the cards out here. and then I'm going to further clarify some things, okay? Let's see what's going on around you. So for your power to be the 10 of Swords, and then what's going on around you is the 10 of Wands, talk about transition. There's a lot of transition going on, it seems. But again, let me just get a few more things out. Hopes and fears, something you can't trust. Okay, and potential outcome. The clarity, the truth is coming. And this is why looking deeper into something is really important here right now. And that there's something that feels fun and connected, and, you know, news that comes with it, conversations that come with it. I feel like it feels good, or the idea around this feels good, but then it's like, but is it? You know, sometimes when that thing is too good to be true, or again, it's just, I don't know what or who or what situation, there's just a little bit of disappointment or a little bit something missing here for you. But surprisingly, I feel like there's a good positive shakeup. But I feel whatever this situation is, or is about or around, is that something or someone, something has changed about this connection or this dynamic or this, you know, place that you want to go after or go towards. Whatever that you're working with, or who you're working with, or who you're talking to or conversing with right now around this subject matter for you. I've got the window open, so I know it's a little bit noisy. But again, it's about some ending that's your power. Let's get a little bit more on what this is about, your power. You got the Page of Emotions, so Page of Cups energy. Share more. And Knight of Emotions. Okay, so I feel like there's some strengthening here on a mental note. For something to be over, you know, Ten of Swords, there's this part of when things, and again, I think it's how we operate, right? We all operate differently. We're all programmed differently. Our DNA is different. Nature nurture is different. Experiences are different. However, when there's an ending, on a mental note, we're either gathering information, gathering data, shifting our mindset. We're adapting. There's something about adapting that I think has been incredibly important for you when there is change, when something has changed. And the power here is, I feel like there's this elevation happening, because the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups is letting us know there's opportunity here, there's curiosity here, there's depth here, there's feeling that is growing, but opportunity presenting itself. Because you do also have the Ten of Inspiration. So what is this? I've just dropped. Hang on. What have we got? Nine of Swords energy. Okay. So whatever you've been stressed about, or whatever this situation, the pressure of something here, I feel like this is alleviating is the word. But you do have the Three of Voices, okay? Share more on this Three of Voices energy. So there could be some news or something here that you can finally walk away from, Pisces. Anything else we need to know about this energy, please? Yeah. So there's something here that I feel, with whatever the change is occurring, or whatever's shifting here around a situation, and the pressures that have been challenging you, you can finally move away from it. I feel like, again, it's just whatever you've been locked in, it feels like there's been something energetically has been chained to you, and I feel like you're moving and pushing through this, and it's kind of like, oh, I can let go of this now, because it has been hurtful. I feel there has been some disappointment, but I feel like there's a shift happening where there's been, you know, something lacking here, because it's about the Eight of Emotions. You right now are focused on your 10 of emotion energy. You do have the Seven of Voices showing up, but before we get there, you do have the Hermit, okay, which is talking about Virgo energy, which is talking about how do you it feels like ground in and stay still for a moment to keep moving. And that's probably what's happening here. It's like there's something that's not totally satisfying. So how do we get to that point of satisfaction? And I feel like you're moving through it. So now that it's kind of showing up or arriving, there's peace that comes with it. And it's like, okay, I've got the peace here. So what do I want to do next? But hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Voices. So let's see what this Seven of Voices is about. Knight of Materials. Okay. And the Muse of Inspiration, so King of Wands. So no materials, earth energy, grounded energy. Then you've got fire energy. What do we need to know about this, please? Because this is sitting in your hopes and fears. Feels like you're hoping that there's a turn of a page that's been turned, maybe even a chapter for some of you. That's what you're really hoping for, I think. But I really also am getting here, you're assessing someone, assessing a behavior. Again, earth energy, fire energy. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries. But let's have a look at the outcome, because you do have the Ace of Voices. Ace of Voices, what do we need to know? Clarity with the Emperor energy. What else do we need to know about this Emperor? So you've got the Five of Materials to the Seven of Materials. And then the Queen of Inspiration. There's something that just feels a little uncomfortable here, and I'm trying to connect in what that is. What are we not feeling comfortable about? So there's some clarity that comes in. We see this, and then there's the Emperor energy. So for some of you, this is either around a masculine energy or around some part of your life that drives that component. So career, direction, a strong sense of moving forward. There's something here that becomes clearer, okay? But there's also something that is this push-pull, not feeling enough, but wanting to know that to get the result, you've got to put in the effort and the energy. So this could be the clarity of what's been missing and what needs to kind of be inputted here. But it is a lot to do with, there's some uncertainty about the direction or the ambition or the goal around it. What else do we need to know here? Anything else we need to see? Anything else we need to know? The Moon. So that's part intuition and part uncertainty. But at the same time, you know, I think what's stirring up emotionally for you here? Because the Moon energy, Cancerian energy, we are coming up to Cancer season soon. We're in Taurus season, obviously. And then you've got the Justice. So again, what you don't see or what may change or look different at times, I feel like you're going to get the clarity and things are going to balance out here. You do have the Devil energy. Yeah. And then you've got the Nine of Emotions to the Muse of Voices. It's interesting because I feel like if you've been, I'm going to say, harping on something, you know, you're talking about it, you're really clear about something now, you know where you're going. And I think if you're talking about it or connecting into it with such clarity, I think it's like, how do you balance these parts of your life or this situation right now? And a part of it is some things you're just not going to know. And the only way you're going to know is in the activity of it, in the exercise of it, in the motion of it, that I think is really important here. But it seems like the unknown, that's where the Justice energy comes through, is that moving through it with this Devil energy, Capricornic energy, this is the drive, the ambition. Capricorn energy can be a lot related to work, okay? But it can also be being laser focused sometimes to a degree of a little bit too much, or it's like there's some other energy that's popping in that you just kind of need to work with a little bit, or recognize when it comes in. But it's like balance wants to be so much created, but what does that mean? What does that mean for you, right? So I feel like not to be too rigid and too structured around something at the moment, because you do have a lot of energy coming through this that seems to be a lot about the clarity and the direction and making that plan to where you're going. And if this is related around someone, I think it's important not to be too, again, there's something about being too rigid, or it has to be this way. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way, but the journey is going to reveal more, if that makes sense. And the things will become very clear, and I feel like you're going to get to a place of peace or happiness with some outcome. Some of you could be dealing legalities as well here, and if you are, I feel like you're gonna get a good result here, or whoever that you end up working with is going to get you a good result here. But there is something about the goals, the ambitions, and the way, like, hold faith in yourself, Pisces, is going to be incredibly important, because I can feel some of you are just like, I don't know if I've got more to give, but I know I need to give more to get the result that I need. So it's kind of like, how do we carry you, hold space for you to get where you need to go? Because you're not going to have all the answers. And if you're sitting in that energy, that's what's creating this little heaviness or uncomfortableness. But you are going to get this peaceful, clear, balanced, and balance is going to be different for all of you. Outcome here is what it's showing up as. Let me get you some door cards just to get some final message that you can take away with you today. All right, door cards. What does our friends here need to know? Thank you, Spirit. Hey, Jude. I've got Jude's song. I probably should show you the door. I want you to, like, when you see these doors, you know what's really cool? If you imagine yourself just standing at the front of it and, kind of opening it and walking through. Because this one is a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. I love how these give just such note to kind of the energy that's coming through here, because there is that little bit of uncertainty. There is that little bit of, I'm not sure, but I'm kind of okay, or something's changed. You've got this. And this door, it's like you're looking up, right? As you get into it, as I'm trying to hold it straight. And this one is called Freedom Flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine, sacred reason. And I mean, that's what this energy is talking about right now. You have this idea and feeling and knowing of what makes you feel connected. And I think you're trying to search for that, or trying to find that next piece to whatever your life puzzle is, right? That you're creating, that piece of art, that masterpiece that you are, and fulfilling that. Something feels a little bit too good to be true, but hang in there, Pisces. I think just look a little bit more. It's okay to look a little bit more. Reality is things have changed, but for the betterment, opportunity presenting itself. I feel like you're getting some relief here. You know what to look at, okay? You know what to look at. You know what to pay attention to. I think the important part is being gentle on yourself on the way through. I'm going to leave it there. Much love, friend. Bye.